Catherine Chong here. Well, happy New Year. Welcome to our very first Facebook Live teaching classes in the new year, and I hope all of you here had a wonderful Christmas and New Year celebrations. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Catherine Chong, and I'm the prenatal dietitian specializing in fertility and pregnancy, and currently based in Brisbane, Australia, where I run my virtual consultation, seeing clients from all around the world, and also have my 2 consulting practice in Brisbane. Now, for today in our live teaching class today here, I am going to walk you through the 3 simple steps to help you to perfect your fertility diets. I know that it's a new year and a lot of you here are, writing your new goals and very motivated to start changing your diets. If one of your goals is you are planning to get pregnant anytime this year, or if you've been trying for months or years and interested to look into what can you do to improve your diet, so I am here to help you to optimize your diets, to get the diet right, and also optimize your nutrients for your egg quality and help you to fast track your pregnancy. So, like I said, today we are going to look at how to perfecting your fertility diet with 3 simple steps here. So I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step action plan that you can adopt right away to help you to fast track your pregnancy. So now, before we get into the action step though, it's very important is first thing, if you haven't done your goal review for this year, make sure that you watch back the previous video when I talk about how to plan your year and to establish achievable goal for this year, because we got to understand what are you trying to achieve first, and also then we can only break into simple action steps for you. So if your goal is you are trying to get pregnant this year, you want to improve your diet, or even to lose some weight to improve the eggs quality, you're definitely in the right place. So I want to spend a few minutes first of all to walk you through what is a fertility diet and why is it so important for you to spend some time to really strategically think about how can you enhance nutrition in preparation for your pregnancy. So the good nutrition during pre-conception period, so before you're getting pregnant, and also during pregnancy are essential. It's incredibly important to ensure that not only your baby is growing well, developing well, but also for your own health as well. And we also want to minimize the complication during your pregnancy. Now, there are also a lot of emergent new research studies showing us that we now know that nutrition really play a crucial role, what we call the genetic programming, the epigenetics, so helping you to preform the health for your future baby, right? So we want to make sure that we are doing everything that we can to help you to optimize your nutrition leading out to your pregnancy, as well as supporting your baby to help your baby and yourself to reduce the complications of your pregnancy and also the future health for your baby. Now, speaking of that, I also understand that, some of you getting pregnant may not be as easy as we would like, so including myself as well. I have also gone through fertility struggles. So, what I want you to know is that, don't lose the hope. If you have been trying for months or years, the first thing first you want to make sure is to reach out to your doctors or to any of the fertility nurse or doctors to really find out what it is, if there's any underlying issue that is stopping or slowing down from stopping you from getting pregnant. And secondly, you definitely want to look into your current diet and lifestyle. So for today, I want to share with you the 3 easy steps, or the 3 steps that you want to start have a look and reading whether you are getting all this nutrient right, or whether you are taking the right form of supplement. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is folate or folic acid. So you might be already know what it's folic acid, or you might be already taken folic acid supplement. Now, I want to walk you through, first of all, it's folate. So folate is the natural form of B group vitamins, which are commonly found from the food source. Unlike folic acid, is the synthetic form of the folate that's usually coming from the supplement or from the fortified food. Okay, so why is folate so important? Now, we recommend, and the research recommend, that at least a month leading up to your conception, so as soon as you're planning to get pregnant, at least 1 month or 3 months will be ideal, is to start taking folic acid supplement. The reason why is we want to prevent or minimize the risk of neurotube defect for your baby. So that is something that the research is well established. We got to start taking the folic acid supplement at least 1 month or 3 months will be ideal. Okay, and in terms of food wise, in terms of optimizing your egg health, they are also now study linking that by having or reaching certain amount of folate, either from diet or supplement, it can also increasing the chances of a successful pregnancy, as well as the egg quality, and minimize the risk of miscarriage as well. So I'm going to walk you through some steps. So number 1 is, where can you get folate from? So like I say, folate is naturally present in food. It's not just coming from supplement. So there are some food group that you can gain folate from. So the key one is mainly from leafy green vegetables like spinach, seaweed, asparagus, lettuce, broccoli, or Brussels sprout, and also from beans and legumes like chickpea, lentils. Sunflower seeds is also quite a high contain quite a high amount of folate. We also have kidney or black beans as well. They are food that are rich in folate. And also organ meat like liver. So if you're someone enjoy eating liver, let's just say once a week or once or twice a month, it is still acceptable to consume some organ meat as well in a smaller amount, because it also very rich in folate as well. Okay, now just bear in mind though, your cooking methods or your food preparation methods can also reduce the folate content, because folate is a B group vitamin, it's a water soluble vitamin, so it might be the level of folate might be reduced as well. So for example, if you soak your vegetable in the water for a prolonged period, or depending on how long you cook the vegetable, like boiling, steaming, or frying, things like that can also impact on the folate content from the food. So the number 1 rule is always, if you can, try to minimize the processing, the amount of processing with this type of high folate food that you consume, especially the vegetables and so beans and legumes. The least amount of processing time, the better. Okay, now, so that just cover the natural form of folate that you can gain from natural food source. What about folic acid supplement? So like I say, it is definitely recommended to start taking folic acid at least 1 month, or the best if you can 3 months leading up to your pregnancy. Okay, now I do want to brief you through. There are so many different a few different form of folic acid available in terms of supplements. And again, I think the key thing here is we got to customize for your condition. Say for example, if you have a family history of neural tube defects, or if you have any existing medical condition like diabetes or carrying excessive weight at the moment, you may require a higher intake of folic acid supplement. So I think the key thing here is, if you are in doubt, it's always best to reach out to very experienced prenatal dietitians to help you to customize and to choose the right form of folic acid for you. And to work out which brand and the content for the content of the folate for you to start to have, right? But as a general rule, a folic acid supplement, or if you take a pregnancy or preconception multivitamin, it should contain at least about 400 up to about 800 micrograms of folic acid per day for you. So that just as a general rule. But I would strongly recommend is to speak to an experienced prenatal dietitian like myself. And if you're interested, you can go to my website at katherinechong.com.au under book a consult and schedule a 15 minutes free nutrition consultation with me, where I will get to know you, really understand what is your current fertility struggles, what are the things that how I can best help you, and give you some simple advice to help you to get started. So if you're interested, you can go onto my website and schedule a session with me. Now, so that's just sum up about folate and also folic acid supplement. Now, secondly, what you need to also be aware in terms of your diet or eating pattern is making sure that you are having more of the good fat. So what is a good fat? It is known as omega-3 fatty acid. So omega-3, it's a general term, but the clinical term is what we call polyunsaturated fatty acid, also commonly known as the good fat. So in the omega-3 fats, there are three common types of fatty acid, so commonly known as EPA, DHA, and also ALA, which is mainly coming from the plant source, from certain seeds. So the key thing here is, for omega-3, of course, you probably already know that it's good for your health generally, or for cholesterol health. But in terms of fertility wise, they are study actually showing that it can impact fertility, mainly the egg quality as well as the implantations, and to reduce your body inflammation as well, especially if you are someone who going planning for IVF treatment. That is even crucial as well to get the right dose. Now, where can we get omega-3 from? So first of all, in terms of natural food source, it's mainly coming from fish, seafood, or a smaller amount from lean red meats or even eggs. You can also gain from the algae as well, from the natural plant source. For people who don't, say for example, vegetarians or don't eat any fish and seafood, that's another option. And of course, you can also get omega-3 from supplement. Okay. Again, you probably will keep hearing me talking about individualization. It's because I really prefer to work with you to have a personalized plan for you, because everybody is different. So what I usually would recommend is, for you here is, if you don't mind eating fish, if you enjoy fish, is to get started making sure that at least twice or 3 times a week you are having a serving of fish intake to help you to boost your omega-3 intake. So what I mean, a serve is a fillet, so usually it's about 150 grams of salmon, tuna, mackerel, or any type of other fish that would help you to boost your omega-3 intake. Now, if you are someone who don't enjoy eating any fish at all, or not even like once a week, then I would definitely recommend you to start fish oil supplements. The tricky thing is there are so many brands, so many different brands, again, come with different doses as well. Ideally is you want to look at a brand that is carrying more EPA and DHA. and we want to find out a brand as well has the right dose for you. So once again, if you are not sure which one is really good for you, or you are confused with reading all the labels, I do offer a 15 minutes free nutrition assessment course. So if you would like to have a chat with me, so I can further help you to understand what is your goal, how I can best help you, feel free to go to my website right now at kathrinechong.com.au, book a consult. That's where you can schedule a session with me. Okay, so that's for the omega-3. And lastly, I wanna give you the last step is how you can start to perfect your fertility diet. Is you got to make sure that while you are increasing the good healthy omega-3 intake, you got to minimize the bad fats or the unhealthy fats, which is known as the trans fat. Okay, because research is pretty strongly linked that when you have more trans fat in your diet, it can impact your fertility, but also it will affect, it may affect your body weight as well, because a lot of food that has more higher in trans fat also higher in of course fat and also calorie as well, which can lead to weight gain. And the more body fat or body weight that you are gaining, you are more prone to insulin resistance as well, which is really a crucial hormone that can impact your women's fertility hormones. Okay, so that's what we want to do, is to minimize the unhealthy fat, the trans fat, while maximizing increasing the good healthy fat from omega-3. Now, where can you get trans fat from? Okay, so trans fat is usually present in commercial baked goods, like say cookies, biscuits, or snack food items like potato chips, crackers, donuts, or any other types of deep fried products, like sausage roll, meat pies, deep fried items, including the frozen one like the fish and chip nuggets, or frozen spring roll, fish fingers, things like that. These are the food that are very high in trans fat. So if you are someone who regularly have them in your diet, one of the key things that you got to do is to minimize the consumption of this group of food. Okay, so that's it for me. So that's all I want you to just start to think about, these 3 things for today. So I will just sum up one more time. So how can you perfect your fertility diet? So the 3 simple steps you can do starting the new year, starting today, is number 1, you want to make sure that you're having a folate rich diet by including more of the high folate food items like the leafy green vegetables, legumes, and lentils, or sometimes enjoying organ meat as such as liver in your diet. Number 2, of course, you want to make sure that you are taking the right form and the right dose of folic acid supplement at least 1 month, or if you can 3 months prior to conception. That would be even better. And number 3 is the omega-3 fatty acid, making sure that you are consuming at least say 2 or 3 times a week of fish intake. But if not, making sure that you're taking the right dose and right form of omega-3 supplement. And lastly is to minimize the unhealthy fat, which is known as the trans fat, in your diet. So all the things that you are doing, all the simple steps that we are covering today, will help you to one step better to help you to improve your fertility and further enhance your egg quality and eggs health. Alright, so that's all from me today. As usual, before I go, I would love to hear from you. Please feel free to share with me what is the one thing you are going to change this week. Feel free to leave a comment down below and share with me. And if you need more further support and help, please, you are more than welcome to also schedule a free 15 minutes assessment call with me. me, just go to my website at katherinechong.com.au and schedule a session with me where I will help you to further understand your current fertility struggles and give you a further customized advice and support from there. Alright then, that's it from me. I hope you have a fantastic week and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.